Founded in 1988, Silvergate Bank established itself as a leading financial institution. While traditional banks had been hesitant to provide services to cryptocurrency businesses, Silvergate Bank embraced the emerging market and positioned itself as a trusted partner for these companies. From Bitcoin exchanges to institutional investors, Silvergate Bank became the go-to financial institution for anyone looking to navigate the complex landscape of digital currencies. The SEN network was established in 2014 as a result of Silvergate Bank's entry in the cryptocurrency sector by giving bank accounts to businesses that offer services related to Bitcoin. The network runs around the clock and enables smooth money transfers between Silvergate clients. During the 2018 crypto winter, the firm increased its client base and hired internal software experts to expand the platform's functionality. With a focus on technology and innovation, it seemed to be thriving in the digital age. But all was not as it appeared on the surface. The abrupt disappearance of a financial institution that houses the funds of numerous individuals and businesses can have a great impact on the economy. Silvergate Bank witnessed a stunning fall from grace. Based in San Diego, California, this bank was a mid-sized bank that specializes in the demands of niche sectors including cryptocurrency companies and venture capital firms. Behind the scenes, it was experiencing significant financial troubles and cracks were beginning to appear. The bank's assets were quickly diminishing, and it was having difficulty meeting its regulatory obligations. It soon reached a point of no return and crumbled like a house of cards, despite efforts to shore up its finances. Silvergate Bank's operation grew over time, and it earned a reputation as a dependable and trustworthy financial organization. But, as the bank developed, so did its risk appetite. It began to invest in high-risk financial instruments and aggressively pursue new business opportunities. The bank's requirement for funding increased as its business activities did. To fund its operations, Silvergate Bank relied heavily on short-term borrowing in the form of commercial paper and interbank loans. The bank found it more challenging to obtain funding as it accumulated more debt, though. Due to a liquidity problem brought by this, the bank was forced to stop repaying its loan. The situation was made worse by the fact that Silvergate Bank fell prey to fraud. A top bank executive had been stealing money from the company for years before his scam was discovered. Investors started to lose faith in the bank's ability to manage its finances after the crisis tarnished its brand. This chain reaction of financial problems eventually led to the bank's downfall. The intensifying rivalry in the bank sector was also one of the main causes of Silvergate Bank's collapse. The bank encountered difficulties luring in new clients and keeping hold of existing ones as more and more banks joined the market. This rendered the bank susceptible to the financial crisis, as did the lack of diversity in its credit portfolio. The bank's issues were further made worse by the difficult economic climate, which was marked by low interest rate environment, heightened regulatory scrutiny, and a weak economy. The bank struggled to make enough money for its lending activities due to the raised compliance expenses. The slow economy also made it difficult for the bank's clients to repay their debts, which increased the number of non-performing loans. These issues caused a dramatic fall in Silvergate Bank's profitability, and the bank was unable to maintain the required level of regulatory capital. The bank was compelled to seek extra capital to shore up its balance sheet, but this was not enough to turn fortunes around. We know that SEN networks serve as an anchor for Silvergate's zero-cost deposit base, a revenue generator, and a substantial benefit to its clients. With the demise of FTX or FTT-USD, Silvergate encountered a major decline in deposits for digital assets, which forced it to restructure its balance sheet and adopt precautionary measures to fend off any bank runs. In 2021, the world faced an unprecedented political instability, which prompted economic disruption and turmoil. the political unrest that affected the US in 2021, including the riots of the US Capitol, and the raging COVID-19 pandemic, was a direct cause of this downfall. Silvergate Bank offered crucial financial services to businesses engaged in the purchase, sale, and trading of cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum. But as American political unpredictability and volatility grew, the bank started to experience a decline in investor trust. To maintain liquidity and accommodate deposit inflows and withdrawals, the business took the necessary steps. In addition to adjusting costs, reviewing its product offerings and client relationships, and implementing cost-cutting initiatives including a 40% labor reduction, Silvergate also changes their expenses. The management of Silvergate believed that its practices for ensuring the security and accessibility of its deposits were sensible. The management team said that its balance sheet was set up to withstand a depletion of deposits of 70% while maintaining cash reserves that outweigh all remaining deposits. Yet, on many levels, this was insufficient, as would happen to Bitcoin dealing banks. To make matters worse, the bank had been under intense political pressure, which damaged what little credibility and trust the bank had left. The Federal Home Loan Bank of San Francisco requested a return of the $4.3 billion loan that it had supplied when the issues first began, since the pressure had become so great. Already, there is a debate about whether this loan recall was the result of impartial regulatory action or merely political pressure and cherry-picking. The bank's delayed annual report, which was brought on by the necessity to reassess the losses sustained and its ability to continue as a going concern, was the icing on the cake. Due to this, the bank's clients started to lose faith in it, which made them cease using its SEN network, ultimately eliminating it. The bank's fundamental survival was all but lost without its SEN network. It moved from postponing the annual filing to collapsing in a couple of days and eventually announced its closing on March 8, 2023. Unfortunately, this failure has had a significant impact on the cryptocurrency market, with various ripple effects throughout the sector. The loss of a prominent financial institution that has been a major player in the cryptocurrency industry is one of the most important consequences of Silvergate Bank's failure. The bank had a built-up substantial reputation for its skill in managing crypto transactions, and its failure has left a hole that is difficult to replace. This has caused a lot of cryptocurrency businesses to scramble to find other banking arrangements, putting pressure on the sector as a whole. Also, the regulation of the cryptocurrency sector had been impacted by the collapse of Silvergate Bank. A void has been left in the sector as a result of the bank's failure. It had been closely collaborating with authorities to create a framework for the regulation of cryptocurrencies. This can result in more uncertainty and regulatory scrutiny inside the sector, which might be detrimental to markets' expansion and development. In conclusion, there are substantial repercussions from the failure of Silvergate Bank that are currently being felt throughout Bitcoin sector. Although there will be difficulties and uncertainties in the future, the sector is also offering fresh chances for development and innovation that may serve to shape the market. That's a wrap for today's video. We hope you gained insights into the rise and demise of Silvergate Bank. In your opinion, what was the major factor leading to this historic downfall? Share with us in the comments and make sure to hit the like and subscribe button to subscribe to our channel to learn more beneficial crypto-related content. See you in our next video.